The escalating violence in Nigeria has captured significant international attention. This complex and tragic situation demands a thorough examination from all global stakeholders. U.S. President Donald Trump has notably spearheaded a forceful international response to these events. He has characterized the situation as an existential threat to Christianity, a declaration that has resonated deeply with many. This strong assertion underscores the gravity with which some view the ongoing crisis. The international community watches closely as events unfold. Reports indicate a disturbing surge in attacks targeting Christian communities across Nigeria. These incidents have raised alarms about the safety and security of religious minorities in the nation. Alarming statistics highlight the scale of the tragedy. Over 7,000 Christians were reportedly killed in the first 220 days of 2025 alone. This staggering figure points to a crisis of immense proportions. The violence is frequently attributed to the actions of various extremist groups operating within Nigeria's borders. Key among these identified extremist organizations are Boko Haram and the Islamic State West Africa Province, known as ISWAP. These groups have been responsible for widespread devastation and loss of life. Many observers, including President Trump and numerous evangelical organizations, interpret these attacks as a deliberate, targeted campaign against Christianity. However, the Nigerian government disputes this characterization. It maintains that the violence stems from complex socioeconomic factors rather than religious persecution. The situation is indeed multifaceted, involving intricate religious, ethnic, and territorial conflicts that defy simple explanations. President Trump's response to the Nigerian crisis has been notably forceful and aggressive. He has taken a direct and uncompromising stance on the issue. A significant action announced was the potential designation of Nigeria as a Country of Particular Concern, or CPC. The CPC designation is specifically reserved for nations deemed to be engaging in severe violations of religious freedom. Such a designation carries serious implications for the country involved. It could lead to the imposition of various sanctions against Nigeria. Trump further issued a stark ultimatum to the Nigerian government. This direct challenge demanded immediate action to curb the violence. He threatened to halt all U.S. aid and assistance to Nigeria if the attacks continued unabated. In an even more dramatic statement, he raised the possibility of deploying U.S. military intervention, using the phrase "guns a-blazing" should the violence persist. This aggressive stance marks a significant departure from the policy of the previous Biden administration. The Biden administration had previously removed Nigeria from the Religious Freedom Watch list. Conversely, Trump had designated Nigeria on that very watch list during his first term in office. This history highlights a consistent concern from his perspective regarding religious freedom in Nigeria. His current position reflects a renewed and intensified focus on the issue. The Nigerian government has vehemently rejected Trump's claims regarding targeted persecution. It has strongly pushed back against the narrative of an existential threat to Christians. The government emphasizes its unwavering commitment to protecting all its citizens, regardless of their faith or background. It attributes the ongoing violence to broader socio-political issues, rather than systematic religious persecution. These issues include banditry, resource conflicts, and historical grievances. The government denies accusations of systematic persecution or widespread slaughter of Christians. Despite the escalating rhetoric, Nigeria remains keen to maintain its diplomatic relations with the United States. It recognizes the importance of this bilateral relationship. The Nigerian government consistently highlights its ongoing efforts and sacrifices in the fight against terrorism. These efforts include military operations and community engagement initiatives. It seeks international understanding and support for its complex security challenges. The government asserts that it is actively working to restore peace and stability across the nation. Within the United States, several lawmakers have expressed support for increased scrutiny of the situation in Nigeria. Figures like Senator Ted Cruz and Representative Riley Moore have been vocal advocates for stronger action. They champion the idea of potential punitive measures against implicated Nigerian officials. These measures could include sanctions or travel restrictions. Such actions aim to hold individuals accountable for human rights abuses or failures to protect religious minorities. The legislative push reflects a growing concern among some U.S. policymakers. This concern extends beyond the executive branch. It indicates a bipartisan interest in addressing religious freedom issues globally. The calls for accountability underscore the seriousness with which these lawmakers view the Nigerian crisis. The situation in Nigeria remains critically complex, extending far beyond simple religious persecution. It encompasses a tangled web of ethnic tensions, economic disparities, and governance challenges. Understanding these layers is crucial for any effective intervention. The future trajectory of this crisis hinges significantly on Nigeria's response to international pressure. How the government addresses these multifaceted challenges will be pivotal. It also depends on whether the United States follows through on its stated threats and ultimatums. Such actions could have profound implications for Nigeria's stability and its international relations. The potential for sanctions or military intervention carries significant risks. The global community watches closely, hoping for a resolution that ensures peace and protects all lives. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay informed regarding the ongoing crisis in Nigeria.